Here we go then, back at Tynedale Cricket Club here in coverage of the West Tyne League Division 1 Knockout Cup Final. And it's Humshaugh it is, who are about to take up the chase here, and they'll need 170 to win off a maximum of 20 overs here to win the trophy. 170 they need, and it's going to be Dan Kirkup of Haltwhistle, who's just made an excellent 50 in their innings. He's coming in now for the first ball, and it's played away square on the offside, and there's no run. So a dot ball to start there. 170 needed by Humshaugh, and it's Renton's at the non-strikers end for Humshaugh, but it's Kirkup again now in round the wicket and bowls, and that one's nudged down behind square again towards the tennis courts to the left there, and they're going to get a single. So that's it off the mark now. Humshaugh of getting away here. So it's 169 to win now. 169. So it's Renton on to strike right-hander this time. We're going to have a mid-off and a long on, a cover point, a deep cover, an extra cover, a short third man, a deep mid-wicket and a square leg. So here we go. Kirkup moves in. Down the leg side. Wide ball called there, so that's one more to the total. So it's 2 for no wicket now, Humshaugh. 2 for no wicket. That takes it now down to 168. And here's Parker again, Kirkup again. He comes in now and bowls, and it's Renton who just chops this one down square out to the offside this time, out towards the house end, and there's no run. It goes straight to a backward point there. So the field's still the same. Here's Kirkup, first over of the reply here. Renton's forward defending, back down the pitch, and Kirkup picks it up. So we haven't got debutant summariser here on Cricket West Tyne. Now, Dan Parker, thanks very much to him for having a try out. He's the first one to have a go at it, and well done to him as well. And there's the next one now. It's just turned round to square leg for 1 by Renton there, and that takes it to 3 for no wicket Humshaugh, and the margin for victory comes down to 167. And we've got a change in the field here, as well as the umpiring position here at square leg at our end, on a quite glorious evening. The best part of this Sunday here in Hexham is Kirkup's in again now, and a swing and a miss outside the off stump. It was a slower ball there, and he was down trying to cut it away, but played and missed through to the wicket keeper Humshaugh, and there was no run. So the end of the first over there for Humshaugh, in reply needing 170 to win, or 3 for no wicket, and the margin for victory 167 now. And there'll be 114 balls to get them in. 114 balls now. So here we go. We're going to have the next over from down at this end. And it's Lloyd who's coming on to bowl. And he's going to bowl in his sunglasses. And we've got one deep each square of the wicket. We've got an extra cover in there and a close gully as well, as Lloyd bowls short outside the off stump, and it's driven away square up towards the tennis courts. It's fielded now and thrown in, and meanwhile they've come through for 1, so the total goes to 4 for no wicket now, and the gap comes down to 166 now off 113, 166 off 133 for Humshaugh to win here. Now Lloyd is going to go around the wicket, I beg your pardon, go around the wicket, and he's going to bowl to the left-hander here. And we've still got no slips. We've got quite a square field. We've got 4 on the points of the corners inside the circle there, and that's driven up towards us here. And it's fielded by Kirkup here down at long off that time, and there's 1 more to the total. That takes it to 5. And the gap comes down to 165 now off 112. 165 off 112 here for Humshaugh. Still the spectators hanging on here at Priors Flat. Driven this time, and it's beaten the bowler to the leg side of the stumps down towards us here, and there's going to be another single. It's fielded now and thrown in. It takes it down to 164, the gap from 111. 164 now Humshaugh need from 111. Lloyd again to bowl. Big cross-batted swipe down the ground, and he may be caught, is he? No, it's down, and it's gone for 4. And it was a big swipe over the out towards long on there, and a missed catch there, and it's gone for 4. So the score goes to 100, and the gap comes down to 160 now. 160 needed by Humshaugh, and they've got 110 balls to do it in. Lloyd bowls again. Full toss, and it's hit away, and that'll go all the way for 6, will it? Over to the tennis courts. Yes, he's having a look at his colleague there. 6 signalled by the umpire, and that takes the score to 16 for no wicket. And it's Humshaugh are now down to 154 needed from 109. 154 needed from 109. And we've got something happening. The 2 umpires are gathering in the middle for a little chat. And he had to look out to his colleagues. The boundary, if they're wondering, I mean, they can't hear us up here, but the boundary is under the wall. At the little wall, and yes, he's confirmed it's a 6. Now the boundary line down at our end across to our left runs right up to the little stone wall that runs across in front of the bank side. So here's Lloyd again to bowl. And it's going for 4 more up for buys, is it? Yes, there's 4 more down the leg side, wide, so it'll be 5 there, 5 wides. So the gap comes now down to 149, and there'll still be 109 balls left here. 149 needed now. In moves Lloyd. Full toss again, and he squared this one up, and it's gone off to the offside. He mishit that completely, and it's safe behind square. And there was 1 run there at the end of the over. So 148 now needed off 108 balls for Humshaugh. 22 for no wicket they are, chasing 170 to win here in the final of the West Tyne League First Division Knockout Cup. And we'll be back in just a moment.
You're listening to Cricket West Tyne program on Spreaker Online and Podcast Radio in association with the Royal Oak Country Pub, Cornsey Colliery, experts in business consultancy, and Cannon Bristle and Dairy Products. Drink well, eat well, do business well, listen well.
Just 1 deep in the straight here for Kirkup, who takes up the attack, coming towards us, and that one's hit square on the offside, straight down the crease line there, and it's fielded at point, and there's no run. So 148 off 107 balls now. In comes Kirkup again, and he doesn't bowl that time, and the umpire signals dead ball. So we've still got 107 balls here, and Humshaugh need 148 to win. Kirkup again, bowled outside the off stump that time, and there's no shot offered there, so it's still 148 off 106 balls now. 148 off 106 for Humshaugh. Here's Kirkup again into his wind-up now. swing, and he's cut it late, and it's running away up for 4 to the tennis courts, is it? It's going, it smacks into an advert board over there to the left, and 4 more to the total there. It goes to 26 now, and the margin for victory comes down to 144 off 105 balls for Humshaugh. So 144 off 105. A strong breeze out there, the sun's still out as Kirkup comes in again. Driven high, and it's going for 6. 6 over extra cover there. And what a shot that was. He hardly seemed to move into it. Not a very high backlift at all. And he's got it away across out to the left there and into the safety net. So 138 now off 104 balls. 148 off 104 balls. And the umpires again have got a little situation here. It seems to have been sorted out. So here's Kirkup again, and that's a full ball, and it's chipped to the leg side, and they're going to get one here. Kirkup screams after it himself and picks it up with the slide, and there's a single there. So 137 it comes down to now off 103. 137 off 103 for Humshaugh to win. There's 2 in the straight deep now. 1 each either side, square of the wicket in the deep. 1, 2, 3, 4 shallow fielders inside the circle, and that struck the pad. I think they'll get a leg by. There'll be a shot here, will they? No, it wasn't picked up cleanly enough. Yes, leg by signalled there at the end of the over. And now we're down to 136, the gap from 102 balls for Humshaugh to win this cricket final here, the final of the First Division Knockout Cup, and it's 34 for no wicket. Humshaugh needing 170 to win, 34 for no wicket, and 136 the need of 102 balls. And it's going to be Ben Lloyd to take up the attack again from our end here. We're broadcasting from down behind the long on boundary, and it's going to be Renton on strike. Headley Renton. Lloyd to Renton now into his wind up. Drives this time wide of on the inside of extra cover there, and they'll get 1. They'll get 2. That's thrown in now, and that's a good throw right under the stumps there. And 2 more to the total. So 134 needed for Humshaugh now off 101 balls. 36 for no wicket. 134 needed as in goes Lloyd again, bowling to Renton. Just turns that to the square leg side of the ground, and he doesn't get a run there, so a dot ball. So it's 134 off exactly 100 balls now. Look at that, we're playing the 100. We're playing the 100. So 134 off 100 now. And Renton's forward to the next one and just defends it to leg. So we've got 134 off 99 now. 134 off 99. Renton on strike still. Lloyd bowling. We've got 2 in the deep straight here. We've got 2 each deep square of the wicket. Nothing outside the circle on the top side behind the wicketkeeper. Lloyd to Renton, who just pushes it to square leg again along the ground, and there's no run. So 98 balls left now and 134 needed. The chat and the shout still going on amongst the spectators. Yeah, good crowd in this afternoon. As in goes Lloyd again now. And Renton's forward, and he's edged it up towards the third man boundary. It's running up there. They've come through for 1. It's fielded now and thrown back towards us here to the wicketkeeper. And there's another one to the total. It's the gap. The margin for victory now is down to 133 off 97. And the score's moved to 37. And we're just in the 4th over here. 37 for no wicket in the 4th here. Change in the field. 2 in the straight deep. 2 square of the wicket on either side still. Lloyd to bowl, he's there. And it's chipped in the air. Oh, 1 bounce away from a caught and bowled there. 1 bounce, and that's the end of the over. And at the end of the 4th over, Humshaugh needing 170 to win, need another 133 from 16 overs. on 96 balls. And here we go now. Here's the two batsmen having a little chat in the middle of the pitch there, just after coming up to 25 past 6 here on tonight here at Friars Flat. And if you have joined us on our commentary this evening, we've had a fine weekend of commentary so far. So let's hope we continue for the next half an hour of an hour or so. There's a little tickle in the throat. Greets Kirk up to the wicket. A play and a miss from Renton there. Kirk up again now. And another swing and a miss from Renton this time. And there's no run. It's still 133 needed. Off 94 now. Kirk up and again to Renton, who chops the bat down on it here. And there's no run. The wicket keeper gathers that one off the ground. So 93 balls left here. 133 needed from Humshaugh. Drives high up towards the long on boundary there. It's fielded on the bounce now. And they've gone through for one run. So the gap now comes down to 132 off 92 balls now for Humshaugh. 132 off 92. Change in the field here. Too deep on the leg side. On the offside it is for the left-hander here. There's a deep cover point and a deep extra cover. Two in the straight deep. And one at deep mid-wicket, and a play and a miss outside the off-stump that time. So another ball wasted, gone to waste there. And now we're down to 91 balls with 132 needed. Here's Kirk up again, bowls. And there's one quick single here, and that was just fairly close here at the wicketkeeper's end, and it had Renton scuttling up, so they get one off the last ball of the over there, and that takes it now down to 131 from 90 balls, with Humshaugh needing 170 to win, 39 for no wicket after 5.
You're listening to Cricket West Tyne program on Spreaker Online and Podcast Radio in association with the Royal Oak Country Pub, Cornsey Colliery, experts in business consultancy, and Cannon Bristle and Dairy Products. Drink well, eat well, do business well, listen well.
So Lloyd to take up the attack here again. And what have we got in the field this time? We've got a long off and a long on. We've got a big gap out. We've got a deep mid-wicket as well. We've got a deep square leg and a deep extra cover. Drives this time. And was that a chance of a catch? I think it was. And the hands were on the heads. Dropped at cover point there, so a chance goes down. And 89 balls to go now. 131 needed here. Lloyd in again. A nice little late cut up towards short third man there. And there's one to the total. That brings the gap down to 130 now off 88. And the score 40 for no wicket, Humshaugh. And they need 170 to win. So up comes the field here. Long on has come inside. Now he's at mid on. We've still got the deep mid wicket in place. Still two in the straight deep and two over on the offside. Full toss and it's driven high. Where's that gone now? The fielder's after it. There's a chase on up towards the tennis courts, but it's gone for 4. And 4 more to the total there. And that takes the score. The gap now down the margin to victory. 126 needed off 87. 126 off 87. 44 for no wicket here. Lloyd with the sunglasses on, shirt sleeve, shirt tucked in. His orange heels just slightly kick up as he runs in and bowls, and that's driven up towards the boundary again, and I think there's going to be another one. Is there? Oh, is that a sliding stop? And no, has it gone for 4? Yes, another 4 up to the extra cover boundary to the left there. So Renton it was that time who got that one away. So the gap now down to 122 from 86. 122 needed from 86 for Humshaugh here. Renton on strike. He's Lloyd Bowes, full toss, and that's on the bounce. One bounce to deep mid wicket. And it's thrown into the bowler's end, and they just get one there. So perhaps a little disappointment for not getting more runs from that full toss, but it's now down to 121 needed for Humshaugh from 85. 121 from 85, and he's hit that one round the corner up towards short final leg where it's fielded and thrown in, and another singles conceded there. So that at the end of the 6th over, it's now Humshaugh 50 up for them, 50 for no wicket, and needing 170 to win. They're still 121 shy, and they've got 84 balls to do it in, and this will be the 7th over coming up here. So here we go, still more than a run of ball needed here, just a little bit, mind you. And is this Archie Henderson coming on. Now here's a young lad who took 4 wickets for 1 run for the Tyndall Juniors against Greenside, I think it was. I think we mentioned that earlier when we were on with Dan Parker. Yeah. But here's Richardson now. He starts to run in there and he doesn't get the chance because there was a change in the field. They can't work out here, Haltwhistle, whether they want a short extra cover or a deep extra cover, but he's bowled outside the off stump, and that was a late wide call there from the umpire, and so penalised on the first ball there. So it's now down to 119 I think it'll be, off 84 still. Richardson bowls, it's driven, and I think he got a little touch on that with his foot. Oh, it's hit the off stump for the right hander at the non-striker's end, because the bail has come off there, I think. Yes. And they picked it up, but it was just 1 run anyway. 83 balls left now, 118 needed. And here's Richardson again now. In he comes to bowl to Renton, and he tries to pull that one away, but he doesn't get anything on it, so there's a dot ball there. So it's still 118 needed off 82 now. 118 off 82. The shadows of the trees behind the clubhouse here inching their way across up towards the house end, taking up this bottom quarter of the pitch at the moment, of the field. Henderson again, full ball, tried to get it away to leg this time, but it's just gone as far as short final leg, not about 15 yards away. So 1 to the total again there, so that takes the gap now down to 117 needed off 81. And here's Richardson again now, just calms it down at that top end. We've got a deep field out to the offside, 2 in the straight deep and 1 to leg. And there's a late cut, and that might get away for 4, will it? No, he's more a misfield from Kirkup, and it's gone over the boundary at the tennis courts, down at deep backward point there. So 4 more to the total, and that takes it down to 113 from 80 balls now. 113 from 80 balls for Humshaugh to win here. Richardson, just the young lad, just taking his time up at the top end there. He'll run towards us to bowl this next one. Around the wicket he comes. Bowls outside the off stump, and penalised again, a wide ball called there. So it's down, the gap's down to 112 from 79. It's from 80, I beg your pardon. We still have this ball, that last ball to bowl again. And it's 58 for no wicket. 112 from 80 balls now. Richardson bowls, and it's driven high up towards the scoreboard at the wide long off boundary, and it crosses the line now, so 4 more to the total there for Humshaugh, and now that takes it down to 108 needed from 79. 108 needed from 79 balls here. And here's Archie Richardson again, 2 in the straight deep there. We've now got a deep extra cover in just to the left of the scoreboard. Richardson bowls, driven high, away wide of long on, and that might go all the way. It has, up go the arms. 6 runs there, and that now takes it down for Humshaugh. They need 102 from 78 balls, and that was the end of the over. So Humshaugh set 170 to win, 68 for no wicket. They still need another 102 from 78 balls here. And if you've joined us here live on Spreaker Internet Radio on Cricket West Tyne, I hope you're enjoying the coverage tonight. Just a time to tell you that we'll be here at Priors Flat next Saturday again for Tynedale versus Shotley Bridge in Division 1 of the Northumberland and Tyneside Senior League. And then after that, we'll have another Tynedale game the weekend after. Then we've got our county match, minor counties match, Northumberland versus Cumbria in the minor counties championship, a 3-day game. But right back here we've got Lloyd about to go into bowl. A big drive, a running drive up towards the wide long on boundary again. 2 bounces and 4 runs there to Humshaugh. So now that's the gap down to 98. We've come down into double figures from 77 now. 98 from 77 needed by Humshaugh. Chasing 170 here. We've lost the sun for the moment. In goes Lloyd. And it's driven high, and that might be another maximum, is it? 6 runs. He looks round the umpire. Yes, 6 runs. Both arms go up there. So that's Renton at the top end, who's given it what for. So that comes down to 92 now from 76 for Humshaugh. We're just in the 8th over here. They've seen they needed to go for it, and they have done here. In goes Lloyd, full, and it's just taken a thick edge that time, and it's a single thrown into the wicketkeeper's end, so just 1 run there. And now the gap comes down to 91 needed off 75. 91 needed for 91 needed off 75 balls. Lloyd around the wicket to the left-hander and pushes that one out for a dot ball to forward point, just fielding just in forward of point there. So there was no run there. Here's the next one, and that's chopped away again, and they're going for a single, but it wasn't taken cleanly, and that just gave a bit of breathing space there to the Humshaugh batsman. 1 to the total. That takes it now down to 90 needed off 73. 90 needed off 73. Lloyd again over the wicket now to the right-handed Renton. He's down the pitch and drives, and that's coming up here towards us. It's going to be fielded on the long-on boundary. It's taken cleanly and thrown in, and they get 1 run that time. And that takes it to 81 for no wicket. Now it's 89 needed off 72. And that was the end of the over as well. The end of the 8th over there. So Humshaugh needing 170 to win, or 81 for no wicket after 8 overs, and they still require 89 off 72 with all 10 wickets standing here. And if it carries on just a bit like this, I think it must be Humshaugh who are the favourites now, and they've brought their captain back on here. Dan Kirkup is back on the bowl from the top end with 2 in the straight deep, 2 to the square leg boundary, and 1 to the offside for Renton, who hits this one high, drives it up. He may be out here, he's underneath it, and he's got it, and he's caught it down near the floor, and Renton is gone, and they've lost their first wicket here of Humshaugh, and it's now 81 for 1 and they still require 89 off 71 balls now. And he comes off now, the batsman for Humshaugh there, Ellie Renton. He got 28, and now the applause for Renton as he heads off there. And here's the new bat in for Humshaugh, and when he turns around, might just get a good look at him here. So Kirkup's taking a wicket here, and now Humshaugh, they still need 89 of 71 balls here, and they've done their chances no harm by taking that wicket at this stage. And Kirkup just having a chat to the umpire up there, and it looks like it's one of the Forsters who have gone in. He's under his maroon hard hat there, so we'll have a look at Kirkup as he's about to bowl again now. Around the wicket he comes towards us, and that's cut away nicely up to short third man for a single. And now Humshaugh need 88 from 70 balls here. 88 from 70. And Kirkup just brings in his long on inside the circle. He's keeping 2 deep square of the wicket, and 1 up at long off there. We've got a backward point, a short third man inside the circle, an extra cover and a square leg. There's Forster plays his first ball out there too. Extra cover, and there's no run. So still 88 needed. 88 needed of 69. Here's Kirkup again now, about to bowl from the top end in towards us here. No slips. Forster plays and misses, and it's down. It's dropped behind the stumps. It's down. Humshaugh's dropped it behind the stumps there. And ooh, what a letter for Forster here. And Kirkup did a sort of mini war dance there when that one went down. But time to get on with it now. 68 balls left. Kirkup, another play and a miss there from Forster. So 88. Still needed here by Humshaugh. 88 from 68. In comes Kirkup again. Forster edges it. He's got to be out that time. He's walking. He's out. And yes, Forster's out. Edged behind. Dropped with the first ball. Caught on the fourth. And Humshaugh have lost their second wicket here. And now the run rate is stopped down just a little bit further. So there's 67 balls left. And Humshaugh still need 88. And they've lost their second wicket. And the new bat is just on his way in for Humshaugh. We'll wait till he turns round again to have a good look at him. Under another one with a maroon, a dark red hard hat.
Is that Will?
So 82 for 2 now, Humshaugh. Still needing 88 to win to get to that 170. And we've got 67 balls to do it in. Oh, we're just nearly halfway through the innings. This is the 10th over. That was the end of the over, in fact. The umpire just having a look at his watch. Of course, we've only got 75 minutes to bowl these overs in. Any over started after that, it'll cost 5 penalty runs, which go to the batting team. So we're going to have the next over about to start. We've got Humshaugh 82 for 2 in the 10th over. The sun completely gone here at Friars Flat now. And this one's bowled short on the leg stump, and it's just patted down into the pitch, and there's no run. So still 88 needed from 66 balls now. Five balls, the score has been 82 for 5 balls. Another one goes, and that's turned up towards short fine leg this time, and they scoot through for a single. So the score goes to 83, and now it's 87 needed off 65. 87 needed off 65. And the new batsman just taking guard for Humshaugh. And it's Ed Crawford out there, the captain, who's batting. Just had a look through the binoculars there, and let's see what he can do with it here. 83 for 2, Humshaugh. The field, there's a big wide gap over mid-wicket, and he's looking over this way at the moment. About round from, if he can get it over the close mid-wicket fielder there's acres of space. And he goes forward and plays and misses outside the off stump. And there's no run, so it's still 64 balls left here and 87 needed.
It's a dangerous one, mind.
Here's the next ball on its way now. Crawford goes back and plays this one up towards the deep backward point boundary at the tennis courts, and it's fielded now, and he goes through for a single. So 63 balls left now and 86 required for Humshaugh. 84 for 2 in the 10th here. And here's the next ball now, about to go in, on the way, and that's played behind square on the offside for a single, and it's picked up now. So 62 balls left and 85 required now. 85 needed from 62 balls for Humshaugh. Crawford on strike. Here it is. Goes forward and plays and misses outside the off stump. And that's the end of the over. And yes, that's the end of the over. So that was the end of the 10th. So there's 60 balls left now. Yes, I must have been 2 behind there. So 10 overs gone. It's 60 balls. We'll just make sure we get this right now. It's 85 needed of 60 balls. 85 of 60 balls. So Humshaugh and this game, with those 2 wickets going down, just seemed to be a bit more, we seem to have come a bit more even, and it's going to be Archie Richardson again who's going to take up the attack here. The skinny looking 15-year-old up there with the blonde hair, but he's tougher than he looks up there now, as he's just given the ball a good polish on his right thigh. So he's going to get 2 in the straight deep, 1 either side square of the wicket. Inside we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got a deep mid wicket in place over by the scoreboard. A deep extra cover, I beg your pardon. Deep mid wickets out to the right for the left-hander as Richardson bowls on leg stump, and it's turned off the pad, I think, that time. And the umpire just has a look. No, a little bit of bat in that there. So 59 balls now, and now it's 84 needed for Humshaugh. 84 of 59. 84 of 59 for Humshaugh. The North Tyne side. North Tyne versus the South Tyne. A big pull shot, and it's gone over the bowler and up towards the deep long off boundary there, almost in line with the stumps, and it wasn't a timed hit at all, that, but he got away with it and has won to the total there. So 58 balls left now and 83 required. 58 and 83 needed. 11th over here. 84 needed, I beg your pardon, unless the scoreboard hasn't updated there. Now here's Richardson about to bowl again. 84 needed, I beg your pardon there. 84 of 58. Just recalculated it, or going by the scoreboard here. Richardson in again, he's there in bowls, and that's turned a leg, and they're going to get a single there to short mid-wicket. So 57 balls left now, and 83 is what is now required. 87 for 2, Humshaugh in the 11th over here. Richardson with his blonde hair, his shirt tucked in, his shirt sleeves on, about to bowl in towards us again. Here he comes. And that's down the leg side. Wide ball will be called, I think. Yes, wide there. And there was no runs added by the batsman, so it's now 82 needed from 57. 82 from 57. And here's Richardson again now into his wind-up. Over the wicket. A big swing, and it's come off the pad, I think, that one, and it's running down here towards the fine leg boundary for... it hasn't got there though. They're coming back for 3 now. And 3 leg byes, I think, signalled by the umpire. Yes, 3 leg byes. And now the score goes... The gap comes down to 79 from 56. 79 from 56 for Humshaugh, yeah. Haltwhistle trying to plug the gaps in and about the field here. It's Crawford on strike. A big gap out beyond backward point to the right here. And he's got it through there, has he? Yes, but it's going up towards straight to the fielder there, down on the deep cover point boundary at the house end. And he throws into this near end, the wicket keeper's end. And that takes the gap now down to 78, that single there. 55 balls remain. 55 balls remain here. Now here's Richardson again, moves in the ball. Outside the off stump, quick fire wide there, signalled again by the umpire. So 77 needed from 55 now for Humshaugh. He does get the arms up quick, the umpire at the top end there in his sun hat. And the other umpire down here, bareheaded, as Richardson's in. A big drive, and that may beat the fielders for 6. Yes, straight over the bowler's head. And the applause out there, you can hear, is for the 50 up for the batsman there for Humshaugh. And if we can get a look there, we might just catch who it is, but I doubt he's going to turn around for us. He just can't turn around there. He's just put his hard hat back on as well. So 6 to the total there. And it brings the gap now down to 71. And it will be 54 balls left now. 54 balls left. 71 required for Humshaugh. And it's 99 for 2 after 11 here. 170 the target Haltwhistle made in the first innings here this afternoon. So the crowd, just as we have a little break here in play, I think they're off to find a new ball. There's some chips on the go in the clubhouse here. Do call down if you're in Hexham at the minute, if you want to come down and watch some exciting cricket finish here. Humshaugh needs 71 or 54 with 8 wickets in hand here. Do what about 300 other people have done, and come down this afternoon to the club here at Tynedale for the West Tyne Finals Day. It's a lovely evening, the sun just coming back out. Bring a thin jacket with you, it's quite windy. But we're about to start the next over. This is the 12th over, 99 for 2. 71 needed from 54 balls here for Humshaugh. Andy Crawford's going to be on strike at that top end. Right hander, no slips. The deep fielders in place. Drive up towards long off there. They've come through for 1. It's picked up now and thrown in. So 1 more to the total. That's 70 needed now from 53. 70 needed from 53. As the shadows move across the hillside there up above Acomb and across around towards Sandhu and Corbridge. As here's the next one, a drive, and that's 6. That's over into the tennis courts. 6 runs. And that takes the score now to 106 for 2 Humshaugh, and brings the total needed down to 64 from 52. 64 from 52 needed. And it's thrown back in now. A couple of young lads, 3 or 4 young lads, having their own little game of football or cricket over on the grass tennis courts at the moment. Across to the left, and there's the next one, and it's just guided away nicely up to third, short third man on the edge of the circle for a single. So it's 51 balls left now and 63 required. 63 required for Humshaugh for 51 balls. And here's Crawford on strike. just sets himself now. Here's the next ball. He's in, and that's turned round up towards the deep square leg boundary, and it's fielded fast off the boundary at the house end there, and he adds a single there to the total for Humshaugh, and that takes it now down to 62 from 50. 62 from 50 needed. 8 wickets still standing for Haltwhistle to take here. In he goes round the wicket, the bowler again, and there's just a play and a miss. A slower ball there, a nicely disguised slower ball. It just cut away from the left-hander there, and it was a genuine play and a miss coming forward there from the left-hander through to the keeper. Now here's the next one, and there we go. Just played again behind square on the offside for a single. So now it's 61 needed from 48. 61 needed from 48, and that was the end of the over. So the end of the 12th there. 6 overs to go here, and Haltwhistle 170 there defending, or 169 they're defending from their innings. 109 for 2 Humshaugh. 61 needed from 48 balls here. 61 needed from 48, and we're just going to have a little delay here while the new over is about to get underway. And we're going to have the new bats. It's going to be Swallow, I think, who's bowling. Hold on, I'll just have a look through. Yeah, I didn't see his face. But here's the start of the next one. We'll get in a minute, and that's pulled away up in front of square, and it'll go for 4, I think, up to the top corner by Prior's Terrace, across to the right hand side there. So 4 more to the total, and that's now 57 needed from 48 balls. And Swallow in again now, and he's bowled him, he's out. He's bowled him. And now the chance is back on for Haltwhistle here. They've given themselves a chance here. It was a good length ball, and it just seemed to turn. It pitched and held its line and went straight through the batsman, and it's bowled. He's been bowled, and now Humshaugh 113 for 3.
Alan, is that coming here? He's good footballer.
And they'll need 57 of 46. 57 needed of 46 balls here for Humshaugh. So Swallow gets a wicket in his first over for Haltwhistle there. And Heslop has gone out to bat for Humshaugh, left-hander. And Dickie Purvis just walking about in front of the clubhouse here. He'll be searching for any raffle winners. He's just taking his guard now, Heslop. So we've got Heslop and Crawford at the crease. We've got 113 for 3 Humshaugh. They've got 46 balls left, and they need another 57.
I was back in last year, like 33.
Swallow full toss, and it looked like he'd bowled him there, but I think it hit the wicketkeeper's foot. A wide ball called, and they got a 1, so 2 to the total there. That's 115 for 3 now. It brings it down to 55 needed from 46. Went to mid-wicket final leg. I beg your pardon. So the field here, they're bringing everybody round for Crawford. We're going to have a deep mid-wicket, a deep square leg. We've got a long off, a long on, and a deep cover point across to the right at the Kingsgate Terrace side. Swallow over the wicket now to Crawford. He pulls it away, and that might get for 4. No, a good stop, an excellent stop down on the boundary there at mid-wicket. And it keeps it to 1 run there, so 54 needed now from 45. 54 from 45. In comes Swallow again. It's full, and it's driven straight over the non-striking batsman's head there. Crawford had to dive for his life, and it goes up there to long on for a single. Heslop gets a run there. It comes down to 53 needed from 44. And that good stop was Graham down on the boundary there at mid-wicket. But Crawford's on strike again. Here's Swallow. Slower, pulled away again, and that's split the gap, and it's going for 4 this one. The gap between backward square there and backward deep square, deep mid-wicket, and it's gone for 4 over at the tennis courts. So 49 needed now from 43 for Humshaugh. 49 runs needed from 43 balls. 170 the target, 121 for 3. Swallow it is. Crawford, and he hit that one, and on the bounce there to the fielder at mid-wicket, and that one kept a little lower. It kind of came off the toe of the bat there, but Crawford's safe enough, and that's the end of the over. So 42 balls remain here, and it's 49 needed for Humshaugh, and we'll be back in just a second after we have one of our adverts here on Cricket West Time.
Cricket West Time program on Spreaker Online and Podcast Radio in association with the Royal Oak Country Pub, Cornsey Colliery, experts in business consultancy, and Cannon Bristle and Dairy Products. Drink well, eat well, do business well, listen well.
And you've not missed much here, because the new over's just started, and there was a dot ball to start with there. So 41 needed, 41 balls left, 49 needed. Heslop to face up here, the left hander. He swings hard and high out to the leg side, and it's racing up towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. They've settled for 1 there. A good throw in there from the boundary to the left. So now 40 balls left, 48 needed. 48 runs from 40 balls. And here we go. Here's Crawford on strike, right-handed this time. A big gap down here around the mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket boundary to the right, and that's gone. It's spooned up, and it's safe to point there. And he tried just to tickle that one to the leg side, and it took a leading edge, and it spooned up in the air, but it fell safe, and they get a single Humshaugh. So that takes it now to 47 needed off 39. 47 off 39. And the next ball on the way now. He smacks this one hard down the pitch towards us and slightly to our left, and it's gone for 4. A diving chance to stop that one. And yes, oh no, it was stopped. It's gone in. It didn't go for 4. So 2 runs to the total there. It's gone to 125, just unsighted down below us here. 2 runs to the total, so 38 balls now. And 45 needed, and that one's no run off that last ball. It went through to the keeper.
I didn't realise he was small.
So here we go now. Next one, Heslop hits it high, and this may be a catch. No, he's placed it perfectly. 1 bounce to the field of it long on. And a good throw there as well. So 1 to Heslop there. And now it's 44 needed. And that was the end of the over, was it? Yes, I think it was the end of the over. So we've had 14 now. So 36 balls. So at the end of the 14th over, Humshaugh requiring 170 to win, or 126 for 3, still requiring 44 of 36 balls here. And it's going to be Swallow again to take up the attack. Slow right arm from the top end. So inside the circle we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got backward square leg. We've got an extra cover, a mid-wicket and a short fine leg. 2 in the straight deep as Swallow bowls, and Heslop hits it, and it's gone high. It's spooned up. It's not going to get there. 1 bounce to the fielder there at backward point. Just couldn't get in quick enough. And there's 1 more to the total, which takes the gap now down to 43 from 35. 43 from 35. Crawford under strike. Swallow to bowl. End of his wind up now. Here he comes. Unravels. Crawford back and plays back up there to extra cover for 1.
169.
So 42 needed off 34 now. 42 needed from 34.
16th over now.
And here's
They need 41 to win off like 4.5 over.
Heslop, who drives again, and he doesn't get much contact on that one, and it's a dot ball. So 33 balls left and 42 needed. 42 needed off 33. Heslop hits it high, and that'll be 6 over into the houses, and away it goes down Prior's Terrace there, whizzing away out down towards the main road. So 6 from Heslop, which takes it down now to 36 needed off 32. 36 needed off 32. Swallow in again. Heslop hits it high, drives it high, and is it going to be caught? And it's down, it's on the floor. And they just get one dropped up there by Lloyd, I think it was. It was a hard chance running forward off the long off boundary. And Heslop gets 1, so it's 31 balls left and 35 needed now. 31 from 35. The other way around, vice versa, 35 from 31. And Swallow bowls, and Crawford pushes for 1 out to extra cover on the edge of the circle there. So 34 needed now from 30 balls. 34 off 30 balls. And so there we go, 6 overs to go here. 5 overs to go, I beg your pardon. 30 balls there, 34 needed for Humshaugh. And where are we going this time? We're going to have Crawford on the strike. We've still got people interested down there, just a quiet anticipation. And here we go, Crawford to face the next one. The field just the same for this over as it was the last. And there's a play and a miss, and they've thrown the stumps from the wicket keeper. They're going to back it up here. And Crawford was looking for the single there, but he didn't get it, so it's still 34 needed off 29. 34 off 29 now. For Humshaugh, 170 the target, 136 for 3 they are. Crawford on the strike. Yeah, it's on the way. Short and played nicely late out behind square up towards the tennis court on the offside. And they come through for a single. That takes it now to 33 off 28. 33 off 28. They need a 4 from somewhere here, and then they can do it in singles. Here's Heslop now, bareheaded, a big swing and a miss, and the ball bounces over leg stump and through to the wicketkeeper. And actually that was a good take from the wicketkeeper down by his ankles. That could easily have slipped through and up towards the boundary for byes, but 27 balls left and 33 needed now. 33 from 27. Humshaugh need their batting to be champions here. And it's driven high, and it's one bounce into the fielder's hands at wide long off down here in front of us in the clubhouse. And it's thrown in now, and Heslop gets 2 runs there. Now it's down to 31 needed from 26. 31 from 26 for Humshaugh. Haltwhistle, I'm looking about here for ideas, as in goes the next ball, and Heslop swings hard and he's pulled it out, and it's going to be another 4, nicely placed over to the tennis courts at deep mid wicket there, and he got hold of that one. 4 more to Heslop, and that takes it now to 27 from 25. 27 from 25. And this will be a really, really good chase if Humshaugh can do this. It's 170 as Heslop faces the next ball. He swipes this one, cross-batted up towards long on there, and taken, yes, fielded nicely there by Lloyd, and 1 more to the total, which takes the gap now down to 26 from 24 at the end of the over. So 4 overs to go here, 26 needed, 143, 144 for 3 Humshaugh. And they need 170 to win. And I'm just looking at, I just better check the battery on our console here on the Android phone to see if it's still, we should have enough left in the tank here to get you through to the end of the match, Ors. I definitely hope we have. But swallow the ball again now, 4 overs. Heslop swipes away for 1 hour as he fielded it. He's kept it in. It was a bouncing fast ball over in the deep mid-wicket, straight deep mid-wicket corner there. And it keeps Heslop to 1, which keeps Haltwhistle in it here. 25 now needed off 23. 25 off 23. Crawford on strike. We've got 3 more or less in the straight deep. We've got 1 out on the offside and 1 out on the leg side to the tennis courts, and that's a full ball. A good ball there from Swallow, dead on the stumps, Yorker length, and Crawford had to dig it out. So 22 balls left now, 25 needed. Swallow to come in over the wicket again. Drives at this time, and it's taken rather an edge there, and it's gone out along the crease line on the offside, and it's fielded now quickly there from deep point, and 1 more run to the total, so it's 24 needed now from 21. We're getting close here at Priors Flat tonight, just coming up to 7:10. But here's Swallow again now for Haltwhistle, and a big swing there from Heslop, and that hit his pad and trickles out onto the offside. Oh dear, they've missed a chance there. 24 needed off 20 balls now. Haltwhistle still in with a chance here. Spig hit, and he swung this one away. Will the fielder get there? It's a big dive, but it's beat the fielder down to the house end boundary across to the right. So definitely placed well there in looking back on that shot from Heslop. So now it's 20 off 19 needed. 20 off 19. Oh, I beg your pardon there, just a little sniffle from me. But 150 the score, and that's hit his pad this time and gone to the offside. Now running. He's out, run out. Crawford's been run out here with 20 needed. Crawford, they went for it was Heslop, he tried to pull it away and it hit his pad, went under the offside. They tried to scuttle through for a single, and Crawford couldn't get through quick enough to this near end, and the captain is gone. It's 150 for 4 Humshaugh, and they still need 20 off 18 balls. It will be now 20 off 18.
Takes a wicket and a couple of good balls, the pressure's on, like. The wicket isn't the problem. No.
So Humshaugh, yeah, they've just lost their 4th wicket. Crawford is out. They need 20 off 18 balls. So we've got 3 overs to go here. It's going to be, and what a responsibility entrusted to this young lad, Archie Richardson. So if the logic goes here, we've got 3 overs to go here. He might be bowling the last one as well. Archie Richardson of Haltwhistle, and he's going to bowl to Heslop up at the far end. And it's Parkinson, the new batsman, in there for Humshaugh. What a time to come in for him. Final of the cup here, 3 overs to go. Richardson's in, a drive, and he's hit that one hard, and it's coming down towards the boundary, and it'll be fielded there. They'll get 2 runs, and it's Heslop who gets the 2 there, and that takes the score to 152. So 17 balls, 18 runs. 17 balls, 18 runs. Heslop from Richardson. Swings hard to the leg side, and it's going to beat the fielder for 4. An excellent shot there, and he got hold of that one. That wasn't a slog. That was a proper cricket shot from outside the off stump and pulled it round in front of square up to the tennis courts for 4. So 14 now needed off 16 balls. And a wicket would be handy here for young Richardson. Right arm over the wicket he's going now. Where will he bowl it this time? Leg stump, and he's turned it up for 1 to short fine leg there. So no, there must have been a bit of bat in that. So Heslop gets another one, but it takes it now down to 13 needed or 15. And it's a wicket and don't bowl a wide here for, or a no ball from Archie Richardson. Parkinson it is with the bright luminous yellow grip on his bat handle up there. Richardson bowls, Parkinson drives it, and they're going for one. Richardson's got hold of it now, and he didn't time that one well, and now it's down to 12 from 14. 12 needed from 14 here for Humshaugh. The wickets hasn't got very much to do with it now. There's just 4 down here, 158 for 4, so all Haltwhistle can do now is watch the field and try and save the singles here, get in quickly. But Richardson in again now, it's Heslop, he drives it, but he's running. There's maybe a run out at the top end, but it wasn't quick enough, and it's gone past. They come in, they're going for one, a misfield, a double play, and he gets down here. So, it was all a bit, the Haltwhistle fielders seemed to go to sleep there when that ball was thrown in. There was a run-out chance to start with. So 13 and 1 off there. So 11 now from 13 needed. 11 runs from 13 balls for Humshaugh here. And here's Parkinson facing Richardson. Drives hard out to the leg side. They've come through for 1, they're going back for 2. Here goes the throw, it's going to have to be quick. They get through for 2. Heslop sprints his way through to this near end. And that's the end of the over. So 9 needed now of 12 balls. And 9 needed from 12 balls. A wicket would be excellent for Haltwhistle. Or failing that, none of the mild mistakes we've just seen in the field. So 9 needed here for Humshaugh with 12 balls to go, 2 overs to go. 9 needed to win the Knockout Cup here at Priors Flat. At what time are we on? We seem to have been here for most of the afternoon. It's just coming up to it is 7:15. We had the Second Division Cup Final earlier in the day. Mitford won that one by 27 runs from Stamfordham. So there's 2 in the straight deep now for Haltwhistle in the field. We've got 2 away beyond 90 degrees on the leg side. But it's swallowed a ball now. 9 needed from Humshaugh, and it's short and pulled, and it's running up for 4. The sprint's on here. He'll get there. Nicely dribbled in with his left foot and thrown up towards the wicket keeper. So 2 runs to the total there. It's come down now to 7 from 11. 7 from 11 now, and Humshaugh favourites. And here's Swallow again now to Heslop. Hits it, drives it hard up towards long off. It's fielded now, and he hit it too hard. They're coming back for 2 other. Parkinson wanted it, but he's sent back there by Heslop. So just 1 run there. So it's 6 now off 10. 6 off 10 for Humshaugh.
You would tell us 6 was a big nice. Get them in.
So here's Swallow again. The field's closed up here. We've just got 1 deep down on the deep cover boundary to the left. And it's pulled high over the field, and it's running for 4. It's going out, a pull shot from Parkinson. 1 bounce for 4 down to the house end. So that takes it down now to 2 needed. And they've got 9 balls to do it in here. 2 needed now for Humshaugh. And it's Swallow now who's got the ball. So in come the fielders. Swallow now to Parkinson. He's hit it away, and he's going to get one of them. No misfields there. Yes, it's taken cleanly. So the scores are level now. 169 is 1 needed to win here from 8 balls. They've got 8 balls to do this. 169 for 4 now, Humshaugh. They need 1 to win. Swallow now bowls to Heslop. He's bowled him. He's out. He's out. It was a full toss, and he went to swipe it away. And he's out. Bowled. His leg stump is leaned back there. And oh dear, 36 he's got. Bowled 36. And oh dear, oh dear. And Swallow has a wicket there, so 169 for 5. And there's just one to win for Humshaugh. And we have a new man in for Humshaugh here to join Parkinson. So there we are. 1 run to win, 169 for 5. And Heslop has just been bowled here. 169 for 5. With 1 needed to win. Swallow will come over the wicket now to bowl.
How many balls left?
8, I think. 7.
8. 8. Could be 7 actually. 5 wickets to take if they could for Haltwhistle. He's got it, played it square on the offside and straight to the fielder there, so we'll go in to 6 balls left now. 1 run needed from 6 balls here, and on paper when I look down at it on my sheet here it looks so easy, but if you're out there with the fielders crowded round, and there'll be nobody in the deep this time. There's Kirkup done. Kirkup bringing all these fielders in, get them right up. We've got, what have we got? We've got a backward point, we've got a point and extra cover. But one, Richardson bowling the last over here. Parkinson to win, he's hit it away and they've got it. He's won it with a 4 out to the mid-wicket boundary. And the cheers there are from the Humshaugh fans, and Humshaugh have won the Knockout Cup of the Division 1 of the West Tyne League by 5 wickets as they make 173 for 5 to Haltwhistle's 169. 2 very good totals there and an excellent chase from Humshaugh. So there we go. Humshaugh are the champions, the Knockout Cup champions, and they beat Haltwhistle as runners-up by 5 wickets. So there we go. It's about time. Parkinson it was with the winning runs there. Hit away out to the mid-wicket boundary for 4 to the tennis court. So well done to him and well done to all the players and all the spectators here. It's been a great afternoon here at Priors Flat, but it's time for me to go home now. I've been at cricket for a full 2 days over at Lanchester yesterday in the rained off match, and now 2 excellent finals broadcast this afternoone, although we just did the first division final here. But from Priors Flat tonight until next Saturday at 2:30, from here Tynedale versus Shotley Bridge. I'll leave you with the applause of the players from the spectators, and I shall speak to you again next week, 2:30 here from here at Priors Flat, and all the Humshaugh players out there all huddled up in a big celebratory cheer as the umpires make their way off as well. They come to shake hands with the players. So until next Saturday at 2:30, I'll leave you with the fact that Humshaugh are First Division Knockout Cup champions, beating Haltwhistle by 5 wickets. Good night.